r/OutOfTheLoop. Hooptheratus says, what is the deal with Apollo? Why are people calling it the death of Reddit? As title says, I see a lot of posts saying that this is the end of Reddit. I've never heard of Apollo before yesterday. It seems a lot of people use it, but I can't see what it offers, except a different GUI, and it's limited to iOS. Is it just a small bivocal group getting upset that their app is closing? For info, I understand why it's closing, just not what it does, and why this is a big deal. It's Octopiapple says, answer, it's not just Apollo, it's all third-party apps, plus other tools that use the API such as bots and archiving tools. Whilst many users can, and probably will, adapt to the official app, not everyone can. This includes users who need specific features for activities such as moderating, and users with accessibility needs such as visual or cognitive impairments. For such users, just a GUI change could remove the very features that made Reddit usable in the first place. Danceswithbudger says, that's not all of it, though. The manner in which it was done was also pretty underhand. Apollo, for example, was well within the previously published amount of acceptable API calls. The third-party apps were given just 30 days to adjust from free API calls to, in Apollo's case, $20 million/E for those same calls, which is pretty well impossible if you only have 30 days to optimize, adjust to some sort of new subscription scheme for your app, and get everything tested and ready to roll. Plus there was some attempted gaslighting and attempted smearing on the part of Reddit. It was all a bit unnecessary, and it's hard to interpret Reddit's actions as anything but an attempt to eliminate all the third-party apps in one stroke. Thesporkbumber says, don't forget when Spez straight up made up that the Apollo dev was threatening him. Trollegag says, answer, it isn't even about the percent of users who won't be able to participate, but about the quality of users. The vast majority of Reddit users don't actually contribute to Reddit. They are lurkers, or they post a few comments per year. A sub that is all lurkers and few comments per year is a dead sub that nobody pays attention to or visits. The content that you see on the main pages, the content you see in the big deep discussions on topic subs, the content you see people spend time and money creating, the passion projects that comes from a minority of very active users. Many of them, because they are active, have been asked to volunteer to manage and run the subs. Subs need them in positions of authority to maintain subculture, keep spam/trolls off the sub, keep the subs healthy, and keep Reddit from shutting them down due to violating content/behavior going unmanaged. That is what makes Reddit what it is, not the numbers of unique visitors. And those are the people who are affected. Third-party apps support those people through user/content management and moderation tools. Reddit's app only caters to the lurkers and people who do the minimum interaction. If Reddit had spent time r/OutOfTheLoop. Zxtrashpandax_ says, what's the deal with adults watching Bluey, the Australian program for toddlers? I've recently been hearing about a lot of teens at my HS and some adults online talking about how they watch Bluey, the TV show aimed at small children. Why are people watching it? Is it some creepy furry thing? I saw this video pop up on my YouTube feed today. It's by a huge YouTuber, 19 subscribers, who is also a furry. I have heard about this before but never gave it a second thought until this. Wondering if it's something creepy. August Imperator says, answer, so I hadn't seen that particular breakdown of why Bluey is generally wholesome and a good time to watch, but as an adult who watched through the show with two other completely grown men, all of us sober, I have no arguments with the way this presents the show. It's a lot of fun to see, there's a surprising depth to each episode, and honestly it's just cute. It's also not a furry thing in the slightest. The anthropomorphic animal aspect is just a style choice that is, frankly, pretty widespread in animation in general. Liking Mickey Mouse isn't a furry thing, is it? Check out an episode or two and see if you dig the vibe. If it's not for you, then it's not for you, but don't overthink it trying to look for something creepy. Just_signal_834 says, a lot of adults who have bad parents find it to be healing to watch too. As in, it renews their sense that parents can be good and gives them a sense of recognition that something was wrong if their parents were bad. Healing the inner child and whatnot. Plus, it's just cute and funny and innocent. Hedger even says, I haven't seen Bluey, but as a 42 female, I used to listen to Blue's Clues while doing homework in college. It was nice background noise and the songs always happened when I was getting stressed, so it calmed me. Sayod says, answer, some people have this weird idea that family-friendly media is targeted at young children. In most cases, it's targeted at the whole family or all ages. Disney movies are targeted at adults as well as children. Bluey here is in the same boat. If a show is hard/unbearable for an adult to watch, good luck getting them to show it to their kids. Bluey hits that sweet spot a lot of Disney movies hit of being entertaining for both the adults and kids. Barney the Dinosaur is painful for me to watch, so my kids have never seen it. Bluey makes me laugh, and I can relate with the parents in Bluey. They have struggles in understanding their kids at times. They have fun. There's an episode where the dads are pulling stumps out of the lawn, but the daughters have used one as a table for their beauty salon. There's conflict with the kids, so they resolve with a compromise. The dads have to be customers before they can pull the stump. It's a fun, funny, and ultimately endearing episode. It's got nothing creepy about it. r/OutOfTheLoop. Additional ad 7720 says, what's up with Paul Bernardo? I keep seeing headlines about Paul Bernardo's prison transfer. Who is Paul Bernardo, and why is his prison transfer a big issue? iDefnJiz says, answer, Paul Bernardo, sometimes with his wife Carla Homolka, raped at least 14 girls/women, and killed at least 3 between the years of 1986 and 1992 in Canada, in particularly hideous ways. One of the victims was Homolka's own 14-year-old sister. He's quite notorious, and despised especially in Canada, a very small and cowardly man, a bull-less piece of human garbage. He has subsequently been in prison at the maximum security facility Millhaven, and has now been transferred to a medium security facility in Quebec, to serve out the remainder of his sentence, life. Why? We don't know yet. That's one of the reasons people are upset. The victim/surviving family members, and many others, are angry that such a dangerous man will be in a prison with lesser security, and that a reason for the transfer has not been provided to the public. The Federal Prison Service still has to review the decision, last I saw. The link you provided indicates that the PM personally, or his office, has known of the transfer, which likely angered the victim/families even further, as they claim they have not been given any warning. MP 695 says, it's worth noting that Carla Homolka was only sentenced to 12 years and has been free since 2005. PIIII says, wow, just 12 years. Another note, how does someone like that even go back to being a civilian? Do criminals like that go into a witness protection type thing for their country, or? Genuine question if anyone can answer. r/OutOfTheLoop. Ab84 Eva says, what's the deal with the recent spate of corporate product movies? Just this past month, I came across movies about Air Jordan shoes, Flamin' Hot Cheetos and BlackBerry phones. Coincidence, or am I missing something? They're Flamin' Hot Blackberries. Palm Tree Spus says, answer, it's coincidence but possibly an example of parallel development where similar ideas bubble up separately at different places. In this case, each film is separately ideated and developed, and may take completely different amounts of time to reach the screen. So the fact they each release around the same time is independent of the time it's taken to get them there. Air, written by Alex Convery, directed by Ben Affleck Production Companies, Amazon, Skydance, Artists Equity and Mandalay Pictures. Blackberry, based on the book Losing the Signal screenplay written by Matt Johnson, Matthew Miller Production Companies, Rhombus Media, Zapruder Films, Telefilm Canada, Ontario Creates and Canadian Broadcasting Company, CBC. Flammin' Hot, directed by Evil Longoria based on the book A Boy, a Burrito and a Cookie, From Janitor to Executive. Writers, Louis Carlick, Linda Yvette Chavez Production Companies, Franklin Entertainment, Searchlight Pictures. Different companies, different executives, different creatives. It's more that these real life stories are in that zeitgeist with a built-in audience of people who are/were fans of the. Hamish Joy says, Tetris was surprisingly amazing. Butter says, answer, there is a phenomenon called movie doubles, or twin films. There is a lot of speculation as to how it happens, leaks, etc. But when one movie comes out with a general topic, studios will sometimes race each other to release similar concepts in movies. There will already be marketing to this type of film, so it seems like less of a financial risk. This happened famously in the 90s. But has always happened. 1993, Tombstone, what? That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.